Hi guys and welcome to Baam Anime. It's your girl
Rika
and Big Boy Summer here, bringing you another episode of Tower of God. This episode was cool. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, this episode was actually cool. I'm enjoying Tower of God more and more each time an episode comes along. It's just getting better and better. I'm really enjoying the storytelling. I'm enjoying the journey. I've gone on my own journey with this anime because I started off not really feeling it, but I'm liking it a lot more now.
This anime has actually been growing on me as well. I think I liked it a little bit earlier than Ruka did though, because I could kind of see where it was going and I was enjoying it. But this episode, I liked it. It was good. It hasn't disappointed me so far. It's doing a good job. And this episode is not any different than what I expected it to go in.
I don't think that you were enjoying it quicker than me. I think that my annoyance towards Baam might have made it seem that way, but I have been enjoying it for a while now. I look forward to the episodes that come along, but I really want to say that he is dangerous. Like, you can just tell that he's dangerous because he is blinded by his anger, his jealousy. He wants everyone to believe he's way stronger and way better than he is, instead of asking for help and reaching out for help the way other people have in this anime. I mean, you've even got the princesses of Jahad accepting help and making little deals. He's doing nothing but moaning and complaining, and you can just tell that he's going to end up doing some kind of plot, and something is going to go wrong for Baam and maybe for a couple of other people as well, because his jealousy is ruling him. Who gave him that note and what did that note say? Because I feel like it's going to be something to do with sabotaging this test.
See, I disagree with you. I don't think he's that big of a problem that you are saying. Yes, everything does point to it, and it does make it a bit, to me, it's a bit too obvious for him to be the bad guy like that. They've made it too obvious for them to then go, haha, it's exactly what you thought it was. I feel like it's going to be a twist of some sort, or he's just going to be ultra weak sauce and Bam's just going to finish him and scrape him off the bottom of his shoe like the dirt that he is. That's how I see it happening personally.
Well, I don't think that he's the bad guy, and I don't think it would come across as him being the bad guy. It's more that he's the pawn because he can't control himself and his emotions. He is a loose cannon to me. Someone who will do anything to get what he wants to get. And really, the person we want to be looking at is the person behind it, the person who's written that note, the person that's told him to do whatever actions he's going to take in the next couple of episodes.
So what about this king of Jahad? So it turns out he's the first person to climb the tower. And he's the guy who's like built the whole city around it.
That was a disappointing find for me. I was hoping it was going to be like a god up there, and we just got some random guy that just happened to be the first one to go up there. So that opens up a lot of questions for me, because I'm sort of thinking, is he really as strong as he is? What is he hiding up there? It was a crappy find, in my opinion, that he's just a guy.
They could have just, I don't know. They could have let us know what he won.
He won domain over everything.
But does that make you a god though? Are you still mortal? Are you immortal? Like, come on, I want to know the full details, to be honest, and they haven't given that to us.
They have been giving us bits of information each time that is adding to the richness of the story. So I do believe that we'll get more information. Like, we just found out that the princesses of Jahad can't get down and dirty, and they can't have any children. I was kind of thinking, then why don't they just sterilize them and just be done with it? Let them have some fun. Like, you know, come on.
Okay, Ruka. Yeah. Cool. I can see where you empathize with the princesses. I can see where your head's at. what cause you're trying to fight with, whose side you're on. Yeah, but it's a bit deep though that they become celibate nuns by force, by becoming, you know, the princesses. And it's not fair. And hearing that that's the reason why your mom died, I kind of feel a little bit sorry for Anak and her situation now, knowing that her mom died just because she was trying to have a better life.
But it's the way that it seemed as if she died on purpose. She died intentionally. She allowed herself to be killed. And it seems like she probably did that to protect Anak, her daughter.
It did seem that way. Yeah, I'll give you that. It did definitely seem that way.
That made more sense because last week we were saying, you know, it's a bit weird that they used fire to kill her when they should be powerful enough to do more than just light the house on fire. And equally, as a princess of Jahad, you should be able to get out of that situation. You know, you're special for a reason.
Yeah, I agree. So about this test though, this test seems a bit weird for me. It's a game of tag, but not really. Your aim is to help your guy get their guy and take their badges off them and get to certain goal points. But you split the group into teams of 14 each or 13 each. Like, why?
Like, I was thinking that this test is all in the details and the way that they're saying that the test is done. So you had Kuhn basically say, Baam's gonna fail, basically we're gonna win. But that's not what was said. They said there's two teams, you get individual points, the winning team gets the 200 whatever points, and the other team loses. It didn't say the other team would automatically fail.
That's true.
And I think that there's, you know, the proof is in the details in that. And I think it's interesting the way they split the groups. So even though you form teams, you're not necessarily going to be on the same side for this test. So I think that it's going to be based on really individual points, and that's going to determine your failure or your pass and how you work together in your team. I think that they're watching how people work together, because when we saw the positions in the last episode, it made you believe that there's different positions and those positions need to work together to make a cohesive whole. So I think that they're testing that as well, and I don't think necessarily that one person gets to the tower, because if they did, why would you need positions that work together?
I mean, it does stand to reason. I mean, no one climbs Everest by themselves. No one climbs any mountain by themselves. They always have a team. So they got guys who are navigators. They got guys who are guides from the lower villages and the lower ends. Then they have the main guy who did the expedition and so on and so forth. So climbing the tower should be the same. You do need a team and you can't climb it by yourself. And maybe the King of Jahad was just a freak of nature and could do it himself. Or did he have a princess with him and then create the whole princesses thing?
Why is it only women?
Because he's a freak. That's one way of saying it.
What did you think about the test?
Well, I thought the test was a bit basic. But as you said, the proof is in the detail. Like, even I skipped over that and I didn't have that kind of insight that you did. So thinking about that, yeah, I can see how this is actually now more of a test than I originally thought. And to be honest, I'm here for it. I can't wait to see the next episode to see what happens in this test and how it goes, because we've already seen that Quant, who was one of the rankers that we talked about, that was spoken about before, using Shinsu without a contract.
And they mentioned his Shinsu use was basically limitless.
Yeah.
Basically, that's Baam. Well, not anymore because he has a shackle, but that's basically just like Baam, limitless Shinsu use. So
having Quant there and seeing him get upset at the end seems for an interesting next episode, and I really can't wait to see that.
I'm wondering why they even let him be in the test, He does seem like a loose cannon. He allowed his test to completely get derailed, and now he's here. He doesn't seem to have a good grasp over his emotions. I think it's going to be interesting. And I really like that Quant was surprised. He thought he was ahead of them because, you know, they don't have a good grasp of their positions. They don't have a good grasp of their powers. Not as much as him anyway. And they still managed to use a strategy to outsmart him. And I thought that was really pretty great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see this test go through. And I think you're right. It's all in the details, so let's watch the details.
Yeah. Don't forget to let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.